All right. Well, hola, Irene. It's good to see you. Been a while. I'm sure you don't remember me, but we've talked a while ago. I've been to some of your fights and all that, so it's always great catching up. Sorry about the password issue. I hope you weren't waiting too long.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Nice to see you too. Of course, I remember you.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, just how are you doing? I mean, how's the start of the year been? 2024. We're already in middle of March. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, really quickly, very, very quickly. Well, very busy. Just went through a knee surgery, and I've been recovering all this time, and a little slow, but all good.
Okay, that is great. And my goodness, what was the injury? Was it from the last fight or something lingering?
Yeah. Before the fight, I injured on training camp, and it got worse during the fight. And but yeah, it's still really good. I'm all already went back to training.
All right, awesome. I mean, you got to take your time with those things. You don't want to rush. And I mean, it's
Oh yeah.
interesting. I've talked to some people who, more veteran, experienced fighters who they'll say that they learn so much about how important recovery is as they get further into their careers. Is that something you've kind of noticed too?
Definitely, definitely. It's as much as important as training.
Mm.
Yeah, recovery and resting and just taking care of injuries and your body in general, and also for the mind, a little rest is also healthy and keep helps you to keep improving even better in the gym.
Yes, of course. And I forget who was telling it to me, but they were saying how, when you're younger and first starting MMA, you feel like you can't miss any time, right? You just got to go, go, go. You don't have time for the recovery. Were you kind of that way too?
Exactly, I was obsessed with this. Yes, I was in the gym since 4 p.m. until 3 a.m. No rest, and I was there all day, all night, and I was really obsessed with. I have to go to training. I can miss it, and now my coaches are like, relax, nothing happens if you miss one. Is if you feel like you need to rest, go ahead and rest.
Yes, yeah. Is it kind of crazy to look back on that time and be like, man, I was kind of wild with the addiction? Yeah.
Yeah, I was wild, but I think it was kind of necessary because I got into the sport really late.
Yeah.
Like I was 25 years old, so all the time I spent in the gym, it helped me to
Hmm.
to get into the line faster than I was supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah. So it all ended up working out pretty good. And now,
Yeah,
we've learned these things and now we can chill a little bit more now. But
yeah.
so, Irene, I mean, you got to tell me about this PETA partnership. Very cool. Very exciting. Congratulations on it. I got to know the story of just like, no, you're a big cat girl, the crazy cat lady of MMA. But how did it come together? Did you reach out to them? They reach out to you? How did this kind of all start?
Yeah, I'm probably a crazy cat lady, definitely.
In a good
And
way.
they reached out to me. Yeah, they reached out to me because, well, yeah, um, I have made myself publicly known as a cat woman, and everything that can I can do for help cats, even if they are domestic cats or wild cats. I'm into it, and I got so happy that they contact me and happily to make this campaign also with them. And yeah, everything I can do for the cats, I'm happy to do it.
Absolutely. And I mean, I always love seeing the post you put on your Only Cats page.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I know, I know. They are little stars.
How many do you have now? I think last time I asked you, you said like six or seven. That was, I forget which fight that
I,
was for. It was a while ago.
I have nine now.
Wow. Okay. Is it hard to stop bringing them in?
Yeah, it's funny because they kept coming to me. I
Okay.
don't look for them. They just appeared in front of me and just begging me for me to adopt them. It's funny because I started to get a new cat every time I got a new fight contract.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was yeah
Kind of
something
weird.
yeah, weird. Yeah, but now I realize I needed to stop because I can't have anymore. Um, but I have a future plan to maybe one day make a foundation just for cats. So since I don't have any room in my house for
Oof.
them,
Right.
maybe I can do something like that in the future. I would love to.
And you're still living in Guadalajara, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So are there like just a lot of cats in Guadalajara? Is that kind of a thing for the city or is it normal in Mexico everywhere? Kind of, what do you know about that? I guess how many there are.
Well, I, I I've seen more cats in Guadalajara than in any other part in Mexico.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's just because I have them.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm familiar with them, but yeah, you can see a lot of cats in the street. When I moved to this house that I'm now, suddenly it turned out that this street is full of cats, and my neighbor has like five cats, and the other neighbor has like four cats, and everybody has cats in here. Um, Domestic and also street cats,
Hmm.
stray cats. And what is sad is that you can see in the main road, in the main like the freeway in here,
Hmm.
a lot of cats injured because of
Hmm.
the cars. And yeah, I would love to do something about that because yeah, you can see a lot of accidents, dogs and cats.
Right. Are there any kind of projects or ideas and plans that you have yet to kind
No,
of, help combat these things?
yeah, I'm doing my research. I have all this in my mind for now, but I would love to have like the way I can find the way to do all the stuff.
And you mentioned the foundation idea kind of maybe down the road. Is that something that, when you're done fighting, hopefully not anytime soon, but once you get to that point that you want to work more like exclusively on animals or just cats? I don't know if you care about other animals, but what the ideas are for that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary for me to wait to stop my MMA career
Hmm.
if I can do both, which is I know it's almost impossible because it takes a lot of
Yeah.
time to have both things. If a door opens and I can do it in this time, I'm open to do it. And if it's more easier for me to do it once I'm retired, I would love to do it too. But always like like a second job. I will always have the idea to to keep doing something related MMA related,
Hmm.
maybe designs, maybe clothes, maybe gloves, maybe I don't know, something like that. So I can have a little of everything.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, I don't know if you know of this fighter, but she's a strawweight over in one championship, Jihin Radzuan. She loves cats as well, right? I think she has seven, and they like all live in the gym. Do you let your cats go to the gym? I feel like I saw you post something recently about one in the
Yeah,
gym.
yeah. I used to take them to the gym because it's an open
Yeah.
space and they can run. But since they started to multiply
Yeah.
and I have a little more and more, so I can take the nine cats to the gym now. So I have like a little cat gym in my house.
That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know. You got the all the setups, the toys and stuff for them to play with, right?
It's more a cat house than a human
Yeah,
house.
yeah, exactly. Little mini zoo, cat zoo.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But Irene, I got to ask you, of course, about that last fight, the great win over Karol Rosa. I mean, another war, another all-timer. I mean, congrats just for having two of the best fights of all time now, that one and the Lucie Pudilova one. But I mean, how do you reflect on that one? I think it's more impressive. You said the surgery there and getting through that injury. And when she was leg kicking you, I don't know if it was the same leg, but like, was that damage as bad as it looked? I mean, how did you just kind of persevere through that crazy fight?
Um, uh, we trained. This is because of my coach. He always trained me to swallow that pain, to ignore the pain, and to go through that pain. And I just ignored it during the fight. I didn't think about the pain and the pain and just I was so focused on getting after her and what I had to do to win the fight that didn't even think I didn't even was thinking about the
Right.
leg. Of course it hurt. I didn't realize it was that swallow that just after my cage interview
Hmm.
I saw the leg and I was, oh wow, it's really it really hurts. And 2 days after, I couldn't walk.
Oh
Yeah, it was
man.
really really bad. Yeah, I couldn't sleep well because of the pain, like for a whole week and a half after that. And but yeah, it was tough. Yeah, Karol is a tough fighter, and much respect for her, and also glad to have these kind of fights with that kind of opponents.
Yeah, definitely. And would you say that was like the most damage that you've taken in a fight like that lasted a couple days? I mean, sounds pretty bad.
Well, yeah, it lasted more than usual, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's the worst. It's like different. I have
Right.
some like broken bones, and but this was a different kind of pain. I didn't I never felt this kind of pain.
Yeah.
Well, it was new.
Would you say it was crazier to be in that fight than the Pudilova one? Because that one, of course, very crazy too.
Both were crazy. Actually, with Lucy in the third round, I got a scratch in my eye from her
Mm,
glove, and I couldn't see anything. I spent like 2 or 3 hours without being able to see anything with I think it was my left eye,
mhm.
and I was scared, and I was like, oh my god, I'm now blind.
Yeah.
This doesn't. Why am I here? What am I doing? I'm blind now, and yeah, I got a little panic. It was scary, but and also in that fight, I broke my hand
Mm,
in the first round. It was so yeah. It was also a crazy fight. So every fight is different, but I think both were awesome. Also, I think I had more a better technique in this fight
mm.
with Karol.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's very bittersweet. I think, right? I feel like we talked about it after you had that one, but we have these memories now and these great accomplishments of those being two of the best fights we've ever seen. But it's like, man, it's not fun to go through. Probably, the madness and how painful that they can be. But like, I don't know how important is that to you to have kind of a great moment in fight like that, something memorable, even though it kind of sucks, physically what it takes on the body. Like, is that still a pretty good thing to be proud of?
Oh, of course, it's so gratifying, and it's the you can see your job just shining in there. It doesn't the pain doesn't matter,
Mm,
the being tired doesn't matter, injuries doesn't matter. You can fix yourself later with the doctor, but that moment is like um, very valuable for us as a person, as a fighters. The worst thing that can happen to me is to give a boring fight
mhm.
or just not being me in there. Sometimes are things like injuries or health issues or you name
Right.
it. A lot of things going on that they don't help to give you 100% in the case. So I was working with all that with my coach to not just don't let anything get into the way. It doesn't matter how I feel, if I'm sick, if I'm injured, it doesn't matter. So it was, especially in this fight, I could break that barrier that was in me in some previous fights, and yeah, it was very nice to get in there.
And with that in mind, I'm curious, like, would you say one of those wins is the most satisfying of your career, or is it a different fight, a different win of yours that you would say was like the most satisfying moment so far?
Uh, I think they are all the wins are really satisfying when it happened in that moment. My Kathleen Vieira knockout was
Hmm.
really, really great, and I really enjoyed. In that time, I was ranked number 11, and she was number two, undefeated. So yeah, imagine when I was um, winning that fight with a great knockout. So yeah, it was a great moment, and I can say maybe the same in some different fights.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you got so many good moments, Irene. I'm not surprised that it's hard to pick between them, but we look forward to more of them. And the division's gotten kind of. I mean, there's been a big change, right? With Nunes leaving, and the title just got in Raquel's hands. I mean, I'm sure you saw the fight. I mean, just what do you make of kind of the landscape now? And what do you think of her winning the title? Just where everything's at in bantamweight.
Well, I think she has worked so hard in this stage of her career, and she deserves it. Definitely, she deserves it. She won really well, and I think the division got interesting more. Like now we have Jermaine
Hmm.
coming back. We have Kyla Harrison debuting in the sport in UFC, and so it got really interesting. Maybe Juliana is coming back after her injury. So the division is moving and it's dynamic, and it motivates me to get back in there and to be able to have another opportunity for a title shot.
Yeah, a lot of fun matchups, and I think a lot of people have wanted to see you, fight Jermaine. You mentioned her there. Glad to see her back. See how she does against Norma first. But do you have an idea of when you're hoping to get in there, Irene? I know you said the recovery and kind of take the time, be a little chill. But any ideas yet?
Yeah, I'm still working on getting better and getting healthy and getting out of my injury 100%. I'm almost there,
Mm-hmm.
and everything's going really good. So I haven't had any news soon. I haven't had any offers now, but I still, of course, this year I'm coming back,
Mm-hmm.
but not sure when.
All right, of course. And I mean, I'm sure that you're kind of targeting or looking at, you got in the back of your mind the next Independence Day, right? They're doing the big Sphere event, UFC 306 in September. I mean, if you get the opportunity for that one, that's a no-brainer, right? You'll be there, right?
Of course, yeah, it will be a dream come true. Yeah, I don't know, maybe who. I'm waiting for a top five.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who, but someone that can take me to another title opportunity. But definitely being in the Sphere in September 16 will be amazing.
Would you want to try and get one in before then? Because, September's still pretty far away, but, you know.
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah, probably. I'm open to it. It depends on how my knee is
Of course.
going, but I'm pretty sure I can make it before. So yeah, it could be a possibility.
Yeah, all right. We'll see how it all shakes out. But, I mean, I got to ask you too, Irene, like, besides winning the title, because of course that's a big goal still, what are kind of some bucket list goals that you do want to achieve in your career aside from winning the title? Is there anything specific, or is it just like that's just all you're focused on?
Actually, well, yeah, definitely focused
Yes.
on the title, but what got me very interested in this sport is the fact that I can be able to keep improving every day, every day. It's like it's crazy how much you how much space you have to improve in this sport. There's so many things you have to learn, not just boxing, not just striking, also wrestling, also jiu-jitsu, and the sport is evolving really fast, and just to accomplish my very best as I can as a athlete, in body, in mind, in technique, in spirit, in everything. And I think that's just my main goal, to be as best I can be.
Yeah, can't beat that. And always working every day, right? Just figuring out new things. There's always an infinite amount
Yeah.
to learn about. So you love to hear it. And are you still gaming at all? Is that a good recovery time
Yeah.
activity?
Yeah, of course, yeah, it's healthy for me, yeah, and it's also kind of a way of cognitive training.
Right.
It helps you a lot with your reflections, decision making, etc. And yeah, of course, I'm really really into it.
All right, Irene. It's always a great time catching up with you. I appreciate it so much. Cannot wait to see you back in there as always. And congrats on the PETA stuff. Can't wait to see what else good you do for cats. Mine was bothering me down here. He's a little chunky boy, but I need some attention now. So I just appreciate you taking the time, and best of luck with the recovery and everything. And can't wait to see what this year holds.
Thank you very much. Good to see you as always.